In the next couple of these Hindenburg ABC tutorials, we'll look at how we're going to export the book. First off, we'd like to look at the export settings. Now go to File, Properties, and then you find the Book Export menu. Here we can choose the export formats for the different books. We have the DAISY 202, the Epub 3, and audiobook. Let's begin with DAISY 202. We can choose what audio files we would like to use between WAV, MP3, Apple Lossless, and AMR. If it's a DAISY, we'll probably choose MP3. We can choose the quality, low, medium, and high. And if we want more details when it comes to quality, we also have the options here. Let's just cancel that and use the low quality here. We get to choose if you want to add an ID3 version 2 tag. Some validating programs do not like the ID3 tags, so here you can just not use them. But it's only validation programs, not the actual readers. You can also choose to generate a WAV copy of the session. So if you are exporting an MP3, you get a WAV copy in your folder as well. And down here, we have the split level. If it's on split level 2, you have your H1s on their own and your H2s and all subsequent headings on their own. If you went up to H3, then you have a file with your H1 heading, a file with your H2 heading, and a file with your H3 heading and all subsequent headings. That was DAISY 202. Now let's try to have a quick look at Epub 3, which looks very similar to DAISY 202. We can set the audio file, the quality, add the ID3 version 2 tags, generate a WAV copy, and set the split level. If you set the settings for audiobook, this one looks slightly different, although it does begin in the same way. We can set the audio files, the quality of the files. Here we do want to add the ID3 version 2 tags because it's an audiobook. We can get to choose if we want to generate a WAV copy. We have the split level here, and the new addition here is a split time. If it's on split level 2, you'll have the heading 1 files separated on their own, and the heading 2 files separated on their own with all subsequent headings underneath that. So if there's a heading 3, that will be created in the same file as the heading 2. I really do hope that made sense. The split time right now is at 0, which that means that we're now using the split level. If we do set a time, this means we can set a time for how long we want every chunk to be in the audiobook. So if we choose to use time instead of split levels, we can say we want every segment to be 10 minutes. In this case, just to make it slightly clear what we're doing, I'm just going to set it to 1 minute. It's because we have a very short session in the background. Now we can see that we have some new markers here. These markers here are set at 1 minute. If I hold this down, you can see it's set at 1 minute. Now, this might be just in the middle of a word, as it is in this case. So I can move this now to set it where I want it. So now it's at 57 seconds, but it's actually just in a pause. I can now choose the next one here. And it says it's slightly longer, but just because we moved the other one, and I can move that so it just fits with a pause there. So in this way I can adjust, if I need to, all my markers. So now we've set up the export and we're ready to export. In the next tutorial we'll do that, we'll export them.